What is up, everybody? We're back at it again. It's Tuesday, and that means it's mech smashing time. Alright, so I have been working on getting a mod in place to adjust the cost of our travel, just to ease some of that option for how those things work. And hopefully, I picked a new one. We're going to be testing it out tonight. And we're going to give it a run. We're going to see how it works. Now, I don't know all the bells and whistles. And unfortunately, I was running late on stream time. So I said, you know what? We're just going to go live with it. We're going to do the thing. We're going to do the deal. So, with that, we have a really awesome schedule for this week. We've got two really awesome streams scheduled, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we're gonna try and see what we can manage to muster up to the 200-ton mark. I'm really hoping that we can manage to clear out some of our Cantina missions. We can get that going, and hopefully get that just real good progress going into that next step up. Angel of Iron, my boy, yes. Hey. So, real quick, and this is for everyone listening, I am looking at getting Sea of Thieves and starting. I have not seen this gameplay. I have not played this game. I think I had like a beta at one point in time, many moons ago at this point. But more and more, I've been feeling that call of the ocean and that pirate theme kind of adventure. So I'm. As much as I love MechWarrior 5, I've been basically playing this for a whole year, and I want to keep that going, but I want to get started on some Sea of Thieves. I want to play something a little bit different for y'all. So, with that in mind, we may just do a little bit of a sprint into some Sea of Thieves, and I know Angel of Iron, I believe you play a pretty heavy amount of Sea of Thieves, so I'm really hoping that Santa will be nice to me and maybe pick that up in advance. So we'll have to see how that goes. Now, what we're looking at and what we're essentially attempting to combat here is the excessive cost for some of our travel. So what we're going to be doing is hopefully with this travel mod in place, get that going. Now, one of the other things, and let me go ahead and switch over to game time for us. There were actually two big updates that I had, and there were two big revelations that I made in the game. And before we get started into the action, I want to share what those revelations are. First and foremost, we have our contract to find the industrial ore extraction unit, and I was going through and I was watching my VODs to get the after-action report done for the VODs. And wouldn't you know it, I ended up finding that the quest indicator for this particular quest, I skipped the quest that has this particular objective in it, and I feel silly. I feel absolutely silly. So one of the things that I want to do is essentially go back, and we're going to try and wrap up that particular mission so we can get that going. And hopefully with that wrap up, we will have that all done and over with. Now, one of the additional things that we want to try and do is, over the course of time, we want to identify where we have those little bits of knowledge gaps. And so this is a huge knowledge gap that I had. And I ended up having to Google this because I was a little frustrated, and I was like, I feel like this should be taken advantage of a little bit more so. So in our battle mechs, what I have never actually pressed is this number 2 upgrades. And what did I find? Sure enough, all of our Cantina mission upgrades are available here that we've unlocked, and we have not ever been applying them. So, what I ended up discovering is that these are not on by default, and you have to equip them on a per mech basis. So, silly me, I thought I had this all figured out, and it turns out I did not. I did not at all. So, it's just one of those kind of funny things that end up popping up as you go through, and you realize you've made a mistake. So, not right this moment, because I don't want to go through the repair time and add on additional work and get us out of the contracts. But what I do want to do is get some of these done, We're going to build up a little bit of money. And actually what we may want to do, let's just go ahead and hit our star map. So I think it was this area. Oh, perfect. The travel is fixed. And also the travel time. So we're going to go ahead and actually, we have to fix these anyways. We've got a couple of days here. So let's do this. This is our C9A. Let's go on our upgrade. So first thing and foremost, what I want to do is make sure that we equip our items with some good defenses. So I'll take the +5 internal structure. As you can see, structure increases. Beautiful. In turn, we have the burst fire, the autocannon burst fire. So we've got ballistic range and velocity. I'll go ahead and take that. Ballistic damage, I'll take that. I do have lasers, but it's not the primary. The missile range and velocity looks good. Boom. Cooldown time. And then we're going to take a look what we have here. So, jump jets, I don't have jump jets here. I don't have jump jet fuel, so maybe the turn speed. Target lock retention and lose lock time, or sensor range. So what I'm kind of leaning towards is that since I'm going to be primarily looking at these things, I want to get the sensor lock and retention and lose lock time. So it'll help improve the speed at which we can get that, keep it, and not lose that that lock that we have. So we'll go ahead and start that work. We'll begin after the completion of the loadout work. Perfect, that's totally fine. Let's take a look at our Hunchback upgrades. All right, now this is our laser boat. 8 medium lasers, 1 small laser. So what I want to do here is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a fortified internal. We're going to do laser duration, so we get more shots per minute. We're going to do energy range and velocity, and then energy cost, cooldown time. And then the last spot that we're going to do here is, since this has no missiles, I'm not worried about the target lock. What I will do is the sensor range. And so we'll get that sensor range up so we can have them spot things a little faster. We'll queue that up afterwards. Let's take a look at our Panthers. So we're going to upgrades here. Ooh, 7 slots, looking good. So 5% internal structure, get that total in structure up. We're going to take, let's see, we've got PPC and an SRM4, so short range. So with that, we're going to take laser duration. We're going to take our energy range and velocity, our cooldown time. We're going to go ahead and take, let's see, turn speed. We don't, it's SRM, it's short range. We'll go ahead and increase the sensor range. I don't think you lock on, no, we don't lock on SRM. It's kind of a dumbfire. So, let's see, what else can I take? Oh, missile range and velocity. Yeah, let's take that. Let's go ahead and start that. And let's take the second Panther. So, fortified structure. We're going to take the laser duration, the energy range, cooldown cost. We're going to take the sensor range, turn speed, and what did I miss? Oh, missile range and velocity. That's it. Start work. Queued. Now, while we're at it, one of the other things that I want to do is start prepping for our next set of mechs. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at our 4G, 4H, because we want to get these ready to go as well. So, fortified structure. We've got an autocannon burst fire, so we're going to go ballistic damage, ballistic range and velocity. We do not have any missiles, so we won't worry about missiles. We will take energy cooldown. No, we'll take that off. Laser, missile range, and then let's go ahead and take the sensor range. And what else do we want? Let's take the turn speed. Let's make it a little bit faster. And energy cooldown time. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to queue that up. Upgrades. Alright, now, for, only 5 slots. That's not as fun. So, let's go with the fortified, the ballistics. We have no missiles. We do have some lasers here, but it's not quite as aggressive. So what I may do here is laser duration and energy range, just to kind of pump up our damage across the board. And it's not huge, but every little bit helps at this point. So we'll go ahead and do that. I don't think I'm going to be using a ton of these others, but just in case, let's go ahead and do some upgrades on the Griffin. 6 slots, looking good. Fortified infrastructure. We've got lasers and an LRM, so we will skip over the ballistics. We'll go laser duration, missile range, energy range, cool down. Nope, we won't go cool down. Instead, what we will do is the target lock retention and lose lock, and then the sensor range. Pump up that sensor range. Let's go and start that work. And the last one we're going to edit is our dragon. So this is our 9 slots. Oh man, we're basically going to take everything. So we've got an autocannon 10, AC 10. We've got some medium lasers. We've got some short range. So what we're going to take is ballistic damage, ballistic range. We're going to take missile. Nope, not yet. We are going to take laser duration, energy, range and duration, energy cooldown. We're going to take. We don't need the retention because it's an SRM, not LRM. We'll take the extended sensor range, the turn speed, and we've got the space for it. So we'll increase that missile range and velocity. Just pump up those numbers just a smidge. Alright, we'll start that work. Perfect. Okay. So, we've got a ton of work here, and it's going to take 9 days to travel anyway, so let's go ahead and hit that star map. Let's travel over here. I'm fairly certain that's the spot we need to go to. So, getting ready. Looking good. Alright, so, knock on wood, contracts, and this is the one we were looking for. This is the one. And so what I remembered when I was watching back through my VOD for the after action, it is this indicator here as opposed to not having it that's going to be our marker. So as a reminder for any of you that are watching this live or you're watching the VOD, when you see this indicator and you have the Cantina mission, it picks one random mission out of the set of missions in that region, and it will automatically apply it to that particular region's mission to have this particular item pop up. So we're going to go ahead and take this mission. It's not great for us. We're at -1. We're probably not going to get anything great out of this, but we'll deal with what we have. 175 tons. We're at 170. Let's see. These are 35. Can I upgrade this to a 40-ton mech? Can I take the Assassin? Oh, you know what? I just upgraded these with the... You know what? We're going to give this a run. We'll go 5 tons under. What is a Black Blizzard? Heavy action, pyroclastic, fallout, limiting sensors, and energy weapons. Well, it's a good thing that we have a bunch of PPCs. Now I'm really thinking maybe we need to look at that Assassin. Nope, medium lane. Oh, that's going to be... Yeah. We're going to stick with the PPCs. Alright, we're ready. Let's do this. Let's kick it off. Tres, dos, uno, launch. Alright.
There's a good chance our targets have split up in order to evade us.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go this way first.
As they have many supporters in the area that are more than willing to die for their cause.
We're going to knock out this one first. We're going to scoop up to that one in the middle. And then we're going to come back for the 2 others. Actually, that one's really close. What one is that?
Intel puts one of our targeted acquisitions somewhere in this location. If you get the chance,
yep, there it is.
Searching for it in the area designated on your map.
And that is our quest right there. So that's what we were looking for. Oh.
Enemy destroyed.
Whoo. Alright. Laying waste to these little turrets up front. Keeping my eyes peeled. Ooh. Bonus.
That's close enough. Ready to start pick up
Oops, stuck on the map.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Did I pass a... What is...
Mech Tango eliminated.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
Feel like I'm right next to something and I just can't tell where it is. Oh, there it is. It's a Scorpion light tank just chilling.
Destroyed.
Alright, there we go. Cleared out the area. That's what we needed. We need to get it clear. Make it safe for us. Ooh, what is that?
Acquired.
Go delete.
Destroyed.
Deleted that darn.
Target is down.
We're approaching the location of a hidden asset.
There it is.
Be nearby. The more ballistics, the merrier.
Go. Reload on the ballistics, I think. Okay. So now that we get done with the recovered salvage, okay, we got that. I thought it would give me an indicator that the system found our item, so hopefully that did it. Well, we'll find out. I have a feeling we're going to end up with all of our targets here in this centralized location. But the good thing is that I think we're going to be coming up on them from essentially what would be the backside of this little city area. And man, can I just say that this... Look at this sky. Man, Von Biomes, outdoing yourself.
Commander's target. Group up.
Primary target identified. It doesn't seem like our secondary targets are with them. Let's make this quick. We got our main guy. Good job.
Focusing on issue target.
Oh, that is a PPC to the face. Let's try and see if we can hide a little bit.
Amazing, Commander. Nice kill.
Nice kill. Oh, I need to get away from it. Yep, there we go.
Incoming missile.
Ooh, that is missiles. And I bet you it's a tank. Squirrely little thing.
Take that tank apart.
Here we go.
Destroyed.
Target eliminated.
Alright. Let's get out of this location. Let's get into the other. And we're going to have a double spawn because it's going to be two cities next to each other. Oh, hello.
New target.
We
Vindicated.
have your targets, Commander. Watch it. My last kill is about to explode. Enemy destroyed.
Nice. We're doing really good on this mission. Alright, we're going to try and avoid activating that one secondary spot. I want to try and fight just one
Target signed.
complement.
All units, weapons free.
There we go. So they're at this location. So we would have fought whatever is here first, and that might have been a little bit scary.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh! Man, that...
Target acquired.
Positive visual on the target, Commander. I've marked it on your tac screen. Got them. One more bounty for us to collect on.
Target acquired.
And an Irby?
Target is down.
Oop, that is not the place I want to be.
Eliminated. Yeah.
Target acquired. Target
Gonna take that guy out.
Splash target.
Alright. What do we got left, folks? What do we got left?
Target destroyed.
Alright, one more target.
Target
Good go. Focusing fire.
Let's get him all caught up to the wall. Oh, I'm stuck.
Kill confirmed. That's the
Ooh.
last of them, Commander. Now let's pack it in before their friends arrive.
Did we activate? Yeah, we activated the last spot. Okay. Heyo! Appreciate you. Posture check. I am sitting upright in my seat. Thank you so much for that. We're just working our way downhill now. There's our ride. Yeah, man. We've been doing it. Figured out some stuff. Feeling good. I took the heaviest beating out of all that. And we collected our core systems. What was it? The HVAC unit or whatever it was. Yeah. All right, feeling. So this is one of those scenarios where, like, I really feel like the Cantina missions aren't very well explained, and it takes a YouTube video and a half to really get what is going on. All right, and as always, we are the garbage collector. Now, I think I have one urban mech, and I think there was a Cantina mission available to collect urban mechs. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one up just in the off chance. And if nothing else, it's got a 1-pip AC-10 burst fire that I can use to replace the one that I have on my, I think it is the Centurion, and one of the Hunchbacks have it. So we'll just grab it just in case. Now for the remainder, I've got tons of jump jets, so I'm not worried there. I have tons of small lasers, so I will take the machine gun, I will take the SRM-2s, I've got a ton of heat sinks, so I guess it's going to be jump jets. Jump jets for the win here. Maybe another small laser, just because? And some more single heat sinks? Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and take it. Realistically, look at that. We've took not even 200,000 in damage, so we're good there. Here's our job rewards for doing this. We got a little underwhelming now. 3 times machine gun tier 1, some machine gun ammo, which is great, but more importantly, it's that career reputation. Quick ammo feed 1. Faster ammunition feed motors improve reload times for ballistic weapons. That would have been cool to have as an option. Yeah. Oh, you were playing today? How are your drops? Were you finding that good luck with your missions? Hunchback 4H. Yeah, that's what I have. It's it's tough remembering all the different variants and all the different models. So just you end up having a muddle of all the different things that you got. So with that, let's go ahead and take. What else do I have here? 175. It's a beachhead. I don't really want to do a beachhead mission. What I am thinking about doing is making the jump over to, let's see, what is this? So I don't have any missions available here. Wow, 400 tons? Whoa. Whoa, what is that? 400 tons? How did that difficulty get in there? I'm not showing anything there. I need to get Cantina Missions, so I'm just going to pop up to Asteros. Maybe I'll see some additional spots up here or here, and get going from there. Yeah, let's head up there. Oh, wait, before we do that, let's do some repairs. And then we're going to go ahead and drop our Herbie. Yeah, now we have 2 Herbies. Perfect. Let's go ahead and hit back. Star map. Let's go ahead and travel. Yeah. Ooh, 400-ton missions. Woo! Those assault mechs for the win. Alright, let's take a look at these Cantina missions. Kill some javelins, kill some fleas, collect supercharger, an LRM 20 tier 2, and 3 medium rifles tier 2. Let's see, we can go to the refinery systems, the laser... okay. See, what I really wish they would do is tell us where the leisure industries is. That's the one thing that I kind of wish. Rect, do you know offhand if the system tells you? I'm not sure if you can see during the ad break. Let's kill 3 demolishers, 10 gate J Edgars, and is there a way to see where these are? So if we go to star map, core systems, refineries. Oh, it does. Okay, cool. So this is core systems. So these are 175, 230, 200. In the description, the problem is the general location isn't specific at all and you need to hunt for it on the map. Yeah, and that's the hard part. And I'm definitely not ready to do a 230 ton mission. Do I even have enough to field? I'd have to bring the dragon, the griffin, and 2 of the hunchbacks. So I'd be at like... Actually, that'd put me at 215. I could probably manage that with a dragon, a griffin, and 2 hunchbacks. I don't know how well the dragon's going to do overall, but I could definitely look at doing that. That might be an option. This might be... Okay, so it's 5 to 8, or I go 4 to 6. And this is kind of all... Well, let's see. 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, 200. Boys, we're doing it. Leisure system. Home, Cantina. Let's go. We're going to be doing the one for the leisure system. I don't really care for the rewards so much. It's mostly just getting it done. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do this one. We're going to do the water purification units. And ultimately, you know, one of the things that kind of I started thinking about the other day was, what is kind of the impetus, what is the reason to go out there and do some of these missions? And what kind of dawned on me is that having things like the Cantina missions and having things like this where it forces you to go out to an area and hunt down missions really is kind of the big push. So let's get this wagon rolling. We're gonna jump over. Ad break here is gonna start and we're gonna be back in a minute and a half. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look. Look at that, open bounty right off the bat, very first one. How lucky are we? This is going to be a 200-ton mech mission. Now, what I want to do real quick is just some cleanup. So we are never going to be at a point where we probably are going to need this again. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this bad boy. Don't need it. Now, from there, the 35 tons, I've worked with the fire starters. I've had them for a while, but I've kind of relied on the Panthers. If I'm going to be stepping it up to, a 200-ton mission, I'm probably not going to need a ton of versatility that comes from having a Panther. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop both, both of the fire starters because I don't think I'm going to need them. I'm going to keep the Phoenix Hawks just in case. I'm going to keep the Griffin. I'll keep the Assassin, and then instead what I'll do is a lineup that looks something like this. So starting with our 200-ton missions, this is what we're going to be rolling it. Now, as soon as we hit in the 215s, not all of them, but just the ones that I think are not going to be useful for me. I don't think that I'm going to be doing a ton of 175 missions, and I think this is going to become kind of the stock lance for me. Variable tonnage, yeah. And the other thing that's going to come into play is that I'm primarily collecting these for turn-ins. So if we end up with a situation where we either need to sell or we have a Cantina mission to collect, it's going to be really easy for me to do that. And speaking of, let me just take a quick look through the equipment. An SRM2, those are dirt cheap. I got tons of money. We're going to go ahead and collect some of those. No luck on anything else really exciting. Everything else looks kind of boring. So let's do this. We know where we're going to rock through. We're going to get through this open bounty. Right off the bat, very first one to turn in a Cantina mission. Yeah. And that's going to be solid right there. 200-ton limit. So this is going to be an assassination mission in a sulfurous biome. And it's House Steiner, so we're at +4. Granted, it's against independence, but I can't really do anything to change that. So payout's good, difficulty's good. I think this is going to be a next solid choice. Now, I'm going to start by doing this. Max out the money, max out the salvage. And it's an assassination mission, so we'll go ahead and take an airstrike. I don't think I'm going to be taking more than 400 points of damage. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and we won't. Worst case scenario, we take just a ton of damage and we suffer through. But we're going to be making 2 million, so hopefully that'll offset. So we need to flop out some mechs real quick. So first thing we'll do, actually before we do that, what does our pilot use? So we've got missiles on this guy, lasers are the same, ballistics are higher here. So let's go ahead and take our Hunchback, and which one? AC-20, AC-10. Let's take the AC-20 here, and we're going to take the other one with the AC-10. Perfect. And that should get us maxed out with some of those upgrades. Now, one of the things I'll be working towards is, now that I've got these in heavy rotation, is going to be upgrading our lasers, upgrading our ballistics, and getting those stronger versions of weapons. But I think this is a pretty solid. This is what I did in the campaign, and I rocked this for a long time. Let's go ahead, and the one last thing I'm going to do is, let me take a look. I like this style, but I don't like this one. So let me go ahead and go to Paint Mechs, and we're going to apply to all, select all, apply, hit back, and yeah, I like this paint scheme. I like it a lot. This is our Buccaneer pattern. These are pirates. Mission, and we're ready. Let's do it. Tres, dos, uno, launch. Let's make it happen. Ooh, look at that. Okay.
So you will have to search the area and ensure that everyone on our list is found and dealt with before we can pack it in.
All right.
Strike support has been granted, Commander. Approach the target area to call them in.
Target destroyed.
Let's get the bonus loot right here. Starting out strong.
Excellent find, Commander. Beginning recovery now.
Beautiful.
There's a strong likelihood we'll find one of our hidden assets on this mission. I've marked
Okay,
the
there it is.
possible location for it on your map.
Beautiful. And it's kind of right up the alley. So as long as this is not a mission where we exit automatically. Vuju, my boy, what is going on, my brother? Redeeming a quick sip here. All right. Getting that strong water in there.
Officer, this is Sierra 2-1. Be advised, strike payload is ready and awaiting your tango confirmation. Sierra 2-1 out.
Ooh, this is going to be nice.
I got it.
I got it. I want to see if I can kind of skirt the edge, because I'd really like to get this before... I don't think so.
Tanks we're contracted for.
This should total it.
Scopes that can be identified as our targets. We'll have to move on to the next nav point.
Of course we will. But first things first. We have tanks to destroy.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Detecting unidentified mechs in the area. Moving in to investigate.
Man, that thing's still up?
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target
Ooh,
destroyed.
that's a rock.
Target is down.
There we go. Took a little bit of a hit there.
Target acquired.
Tango down.
I'm gonna just go peek up and... Oh, come on, come on.
Target eliminated.
Target eliminated. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, I swear I saw a mech in there. There might be something in there.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Ooh, but I will take that treasure.
Enemy destroyed.
Give me that bonus loot.
Cargo acquired.
What'd we get? What'd we get?
Acquired.
Let's see, what do we get? SRM-4?
Splash target.
Splash the target. Whew, if we can knock out 2 of these Cantina missions in a row, man, that's gonna be real nice. Sorry, buddy. I squash you now. Give me that highlight. Give me that highlight.
Hidden asset should be close, Commander.
There it is. Boom, picked it up.
Always good to restock on ammo.
I wonder if it gives me like a free... What is... Jeez. That was
I've got
aggressive.
readings on all of our targets. Take them out before more hostiles converge on your position.
New target hunchback. Target acquired.
Enemy mech down.
Perfect, 1 down. Alright, main target is a hunchback. Or no, that's a griffin.
Tango down. Enemy mech destroyed.
New target Centurion.
Oh!
Heat critical.
Ooh, that's not pleasant to hear. Alright, let's go in for a punchy punch.
Hostile spotted. Engaging.
Heat critical.
Man, these... There it is.
Nicely done. I'm getting 0 reactor signature from the targets. Looks like we got them all. That bounty is ours. Farhad will break open a case of Timbiki Dark when you get back to the ship safely.
Ooh, that heat.
There, it's one of the more tanks. Destroy it.
Heat critical.
Enemy mech eliminated. Splash target.
Acquired. Ammo explosion detected.
Oh! Man, those helos messed me up. Oh yeah, I got whaled on there. I think we have one dude left. Maybe not. Whew, I lost an arm. I took the absolute brunt of that. My other dudes are fine. Yeah. Survived it though. Mostly just trolling through, seeing if there's any other surprise bonus loot that I can pick up. That'd be really nice to not have to pay a ton of money in repairs. I didn't even use my airstrike. I feel so silly. I should have got that. I should have used it. Ah, damn. Alright, before I leave, I gotta launch my airstrike.
Alpha 1-1, this is Sierra 2-1. Acknowledging strike pattern. Coming in for the kill. Sierra 2-1, out.
And boom, leveled the city.
We've gone for airstrike support, Commander. The birds are heading out.
Yeah, it's just, you know, in the moment, I always forget that I have that a bit available to me. And what I should have done is the opening salvo against that light mech, I think it was a javelin. I should have just dropped that right inside the town, and had that been there to essentially be the buffer between myself and the next wave of mechs. That's what I should have done. But coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Alright, so SRM4s, I got some SRM ammo, I got that water purification unit that I need for the Cantina mission. Let's see, I've got a Jenner, another C9A. I don't really want another one. I got a Javelin and a Locust. Instead, I think I'm going to just take equipment. So AC2s, AC2, I've got AC5s, I'll take the SRM4s, the medium laser. I'll take the SRM2s again, a machine gun, the light, the ammo actually isn't a bad choice. I'll take the jump jet, and I still have, well, I have 9 points. I could uncheck something and I could take the Locust. I could take 2 things and take the Javelin. Yeah, I hate having to buy the ammo and stuff. You know what? I'm just going to take it. No. You know what? I'm going to be smart about this. I'm going to uncheck the LRM ammo, I'm going to take the 10 points, and I'm going to take the Locust. Because if nothing else, I can use it for turn-ins or for selling and make more money to offset my $500,000 bill. So, job rewards, let's take a look. 164,000, that helps kind of ease the pain a little bit. Not terribly, but just a little bit. Alright. So let's go ahead and take a look at our battle mechs. Let's go ahead and do some repairs here. Perfect. So we've got 4 days. Let's take a look at our mission here. Contract. Difficulty 19, it's a 175. It's a war zone. Pirate faction against Steiner. I'm not really thrilled with that. So let's take a look and see what else is out there. We can get Blue Minort and grab another set, and I'm thinking Blue Minort because here's our next, like, that's a really short hop. Let's go over here. What is going on at Great X? Why is it orange? Oh, because there's absolutely nothing going on here. Hey, that makes sense. Let's go to Blumenort. Sounds like something you say and then have to say bless you in response. Travel time. Let's take a look at these Cantina missions. Alright, so let's start with this. Mech Hunter. Kill... No, we don't want that. We want collect three medium rifle tier 2s, LRM 20 tier 2s. So basically everything's tier 2 except for this guy, which is a Mark 5. So let's go to equipment real quick. Are there even tier 2 equipment? There's not. And there are also no superchargers. So that's not really going to be helpful for me. Let's go back to the Cantina. What do we have? We have the refinery systems. We can head over there. And I was really hoping we'd pick up a Collect X Mech mission, but that doesn't seem to be popping lately. So let's take a medium rifle, LRM 20, or supercharger Mark 5. Let's go over here. Sell. So let's go to our, let's see, that's the light rifle. And medium rifle tier 1. Where's the LRM? LRM 20. I've got streaks, but not actually a regular LRM. And then what was the third thing I needed? It was supercharger. So it's gonna be down here. I do have a Mark 5. Is it just one? Oh, naturally it's 2. I have 1, it needs 2. And I don't have anything there that's going to be useful. Okay, so overall, not like anything's super great here, and you know, that's just kind of the part for the course with my luck. But what I will do is, what do I want to pick up? Let's see. Where's the refinery systems? So we go to our star map. We're in leisure. This is core. This is the refinery. This is pushing it for me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over here, and we will jump that way. Let's go ahead and leave Blumenort. Uneventful. Didn't find what we wanted. No bueno. Let's take a look at the Cantina. This is what I wanted. Collect a Vulcan. So do I have a Vulcan? Are these the Vulcans? And I can't click on it. So I move it out. This is a Vulcan. Oh, perfect. Okay, home. Let's go back to Cantina. Let's collect a Vulcan, and so this is easy peasy, right? So 1.1 million for just sitting on this mech. We will gain 100 mercenary rep. We'll get some flamers, some single heat sinks, some rep, and some more. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go back home, job rewards, collect, select, and we will take the most damage one. Perfect. Claim. Boom, look at that. Easy peasy. I don't have a Kintaro, so I can't take that one. I don't think I've fought many dervishes, so I don't know that that's going to be working for me. Collect 5 flamers. Okay, so heavy rifles, I don't even think I've got a single heavy rifle, let alone a tier 2. So flamers, LRM 15s, autocannon, AC5s. Okay, so AC5s, LRM, and flamers. All tier 2. So let's go here. I only have regular flamers, LRM 15. I don't even have anything past. Okay, that's not looking so great. And oh, this is purchase side. Hold on, Supercharger Mark 5 for 182. We're gonna purchase that. So let's go back over here. Sorry, I forgot already. Yeah, oh, look at this. LRM 5 tier 5? LRM, it's a tier 5. I'm still, like, basically at the start of the middle part of the game and I'm getting tier 5 drops? Like, get out of here! Heavy rifle, flamer, LRM, AC5. AC5. So, AC5, I only have a tier 1. Boo! AC5. 5. I do have a heavy rifle, but it's not tier 2. And then it was the... Yeah, it sucks. I don't have very much of the stuff I need. Oh, I do have 2 flamer tier 2s. Okay, hold on. Cantina. 5 flamer tier 2s. Ah! It's a tease, I tell you. LRM 15, and I don't have an LRM 15 tier 2. I swear, it just knows. It just knows that I don't have what these items are, and it's going to make me go out and do some sort of collecting. So let's go ahead and do this. I don't want to do this one as much as it pays well, and it gives me a tier 4 tier 4 PPC. That is kind of exciting. Let's see, LRM 20 with Artemis. Large laser tier 3. Nothing. Oh, tons of money though. Medium pulse laser and some double heat sinks. Maybe. What do I get here? Tier 1 flamers. And, ooh, SRM 6 stream? I do fight J. Edgars all the time. So I'm half tempted to take this one. Yeah, might as well. Alright, let's go ahead and knock that bad boy out of the way. Our mechs are all set. We'll throw that back into the cold storage. We're going to throw that into cold storage. And let's take a look at our star map. So what do we have for missions? So we've got a defense contract, pirates. What do we got over here? Oh, actually, this might be good for us because this is an independent against pirate, and that'll help get that back up and running. Independence against Steiner, that's not quite as effective. Independence against the pirates. I think that's the like Inner Sphere faction. Ooh, Draconis Combine against Steiner. These are right on the edge of that Draconis. Okay, so I think I want to make my way around this way. So I'm going to hit Adelaide first. It's a long travel time, 36. And you know, naturally, of course, this is when I remember when I've landed that what I wanted to do was get some of these things fixed up. So let me go into loadout real quick. So these are all medium lasers tier 1. And I do not have... Do I have any regular medium laser tier 2s? Nope. Okay, so this is as built up as I can be here. Let's take a look at the 4G. Load out. AC-20 burst fire. AC-20. I could drop it. I could switch out to the. What I do is collect the through salvage, send the culture and strip them, and eventually build up my inventory of things. For the, yeah. Get the mechs through salvage. Burst fire or just a straight AC-20. 14 tons, 21 damage. It's higher damage, and the rate of fire is a marginal amount different. 420 range, 350 meters. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I'm going to do this. And I'm going to take that AC-20 because it's a tier 2. And then small laser. I'm going to upgrade to the 2-pip. I'm going to take this guy. And I swear I had... There it is. Medium lasers. And medium laser. Get him just a wee bit more damage. And I mean just a wee bit. Take a look at the 4H. So we've got all this. I'm going to upgrade you to the tier 2 small laser. AC-10. Well, wouldn't you know it? we're gonna swap places. That's just the way it works. We're gonna go to an AC-10 burst fire. Alright, not amazing upgrades across the board, but upgrades nonetheless. Shouldn't take too long. Let's take a look at our... Ooh, yeah, look at that. Took some ballistic damage. We need an LRM. I'm gonna go with the LRM-10 Streak here, and that should get us going. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, so we're good there. We've got to wait a little bit for the mission, so we'll go to timeline. Next event, everyone's fixed at 2 days. Perfect. So now what we can do is go into our contracts, and let's take a look. Independence against Steiner, this is easy enough. Let's take it. 200-ton limit, deep desert. Perfect. Okay, we're going to start here. Incoming ad break. Ad starts in about a minute and a half. That should be just enough time to get us to launch and get us going in. So if you haven't subbed and you're going to be watching those ads, feel free to use those Prime subs. Or if you're feeling generous, since it is the holiday season, to use a sub, feel free to hit that button as well. Alright, let's go ahead and launch with Pippin damage coverage. 20, that should get us something. You know what, let's do this. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Alright, we're going to launch. We're going to be seeing that ad here in just a moment, but you're not going to be missing much. Alright, so it's preparing. We're getting this ready there. Ad break's going to hit in about 30-35 seconds. So right around the time that we're actually in mission, we should be in breaks. And then right around the time we're starting that action, we should be out of breaks. Woo! So excited for this. Alright folks, let's go ahead and drop. Tres, dos, uno. Launch mission. Ads start in 10 seconds. 10 seconds, folks. Now is the time to save yourselves from watching ads. Hit that subscribe button. Oh. Wow, this is a long load time. I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried. This isn't going to crash. It's not crashing. There it is. There it is. I don't know what it's doing. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Woo. Oh man, I wasn't worried at all. You guys were worried. It wasn't me.
Reactor online. Sensors online.
This used to be my favorite intro, but I really like the front camera with the background of the biome. That's a dropship over there.
You'll have to get eyes on the target before we can identify them.
Okay.
Someone wants this one dead, and we're happy to oblige.
Easing into the mission. I was really hoping we'd see something. I'm very curious to see this.
Ground armor spotted.
Plus, we got to kill time for the ad. that is not a smart place to run.
Is about to go crit.
Oh, yeah, get away from it. Get away from it.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Clearing out all these tanks. And we're back!
Target acquired.
Alright, so we do have to kill tanks, because we do have a Cantina mission to kill tanks. So, while we're out here and we have tanks available to kill, I want to just take advantage of. And, uh-oh. A little bit of a stutter.
Target
I may need to
destroyed.
check thermals and see what is going on. So we'll start making our way that way. That is totally a dropship, though. Yeah! No tank you. Alright, working on those tank kills. Looking good. Alright, we'll start moseying that way. Let me just check my thermals real quick. Thermals look good, so I'm not quite sure what's causing the stutter. Thermals have been working solid since I got my new case. Because I am super nerdy.
Target acquired.
Target is down.
Oh, target down. I'm already heading out this way, so might as well keep it going.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
I'm just cruising through this map. Alright, we're approaching the first kill target zone.
Looks like we're at the wrong place, Commander. Our target must have given us the slip. Let's check out the other locations.
So many tanks. Oh, what do we got here?
Target handled.
We've got your target, Commander.
I'm gonna hide. Because that's what real heroes do.
Reactor failure detected. Look out.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Alright, let's see what, let's check the map here. So we're gonna cross over. We're gonna take advantage of this little hill here. I'm assuming that there is a slope down on the other side. These are some giant cacti. These cactuses are literally as big as I am.
Near target Phoenix Hub.
On it, Commander. Light target eliminated.
Boom!
Target eliminated.
Been getting tons of achievements. I guess I've finally been racking up a good amount of kills. Alright, walk over some walls, no big deal, no big deal. And we should be close enough to start getting an activation here shortly.
Looks like we got some bad intel. Our target is not here. Let's hope we have better look at the other locations.
Me too. Which means everyone is going to be at this location. Prepare to be scared. It's going to get scary. What is
Smash target.
splash target? That sounds like a mech with a machine gun. Did we kill it?
Enemy mech
Oh,
eliminated.
yeah, he's dead. He very dead now. Some ginormous cactuses. And a skeleton? That is cool.
Target acquired.
Enemy destroyed.
Destroyed.
That looks like a hunchback off in the distance.
Target eliminated.
Target.
Target identified, Commander. Put them down.
Focus target received, Commander.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
Incoming missile.
Gotta hide.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Mech Tango eliminated. Tango down.
Driven.
Commander's target group up.
Package acquired.
Yeah! Let's take this griffin down. We'll make short work of him. Boom, that's down. Alright, let's swing this thing.
We'll go. Focusing fire. Mech Tango down.
New target.
Shifting to your target, Commander.
Target Alpha has been neutralized.
Boom!
Now let's get you all home. Head to the evac point.
Oh, we've got incoming here. Right at the top of this hill. I know, right? The intel is always way off.
New target. Commander. Incoming missile.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Target
Ooh.
acquired.
Oh, and that dude just got folded. He literally got folded in half. That was crazy. I don't know how we managed to do that much damage, but we literally just folded him. Boys, I think we've done it. I think we've moved into the 200-ton range. I think this is officially where we are now. We're there. I think we're there. Headshots. Oh, you know what? I didn't think of that. I didn't think of the headshot, or maybe he got cored. Look at that. Ooh, LRM 20? Tier 3? Alright, what do we got? We got the Phoenix Hawk. We've already got 2 of these. Nothing really great for the equipment. We have another C9A. Oh, yeah, he got headshotted. His head is gone. Yeah, so we have an option there. We could pick up another Hunchback 4G. If nothing else, it would give us another AC-20, and I'm kind of inclined to do that. So here's what I'm kind of thinking. We take the 4G, that'll get us an AC-20, some more medium lasers, no big deal. We take the AC-10, the AC-5s. We'll take the medium laser 1, and is there anything else worthwhile to take? Could take the machine gun tier 2. Let's see, what else? I don't really have any AC-5 needs, but I could take something like this. and then be good with that. It would give me the extra hunchback and an AC-20 if I just put it in the cold storage. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Yeah. He definitely got headshot. Oh, it was real bad. Real bad. He just straight got cored. And look at that. Barely any damage to most of these guys. So, you know, actually, the hunchback, he just face tanked that last salvo, and he took a fair amount of the damage there. Left me not being the most damage, which is awesome for once. Kill 16 harasser units. Yes, please. Oh, here we go. It is going to be ×2 medium rifle, tier 4, medium rifle ammo. Excellent. Boom. Upgrade jump jet thrust. Okay. We don't have any jump jetters, but that's totally fine. We've got that going. We're looking really, really good. Now, you know what I did want to do is I wanted to get towards this. So let me take a look at the star map real quick. Where do I got to go for that? I got to go all the way over here. And this is a recommended tier 6, rep 6 area. And it doesn't tell me any of the corresponding, like, what is the range. Oh, but we got a high value request here, another tier 6. You know, I have a feeling the tier 6 is going to put us in like the 250 range. So I'm not quite ready for that yet, but I'm definitely feeling good with this. I'm definitely feeling good with this. So let's jump into our battle mechs. Let's go and do our repairs. Yeah, everyone's looking good. Looking real good. And I don't have a need for the 4G just yet. I have other mechs that I can swap in and out. So if I need to, I can use it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw it into... yeah, I just don't want to repair it. How much is this going to cost? I don't even have what it needs. Yeah, 1.4 million. And I'm still going to have to buy an AC-20 and then apply it? No, I'm just going to go ahead and cold storage it. I have it available if I need it, but it'll just be... Yeah, I'm just going to have to cold storage that bad boy. I'll just clear this up and let's go ahead and make a... Ooh, man, we're flush. We're looking really good. Yeah, it'll be super cheap in the industrial hub. It'll knock that 35% cost. Ooh. And knock off the 60% time frame. So we're looking good there. Let's take a look at our star map. Actually, let's look at what is the other contract we have here. So we can do Independence against Pirates. This is a raid mission, 2-mission operation. The one thing I'm worried about here is as much as we have survivability, I don't know how well we're going to do on the second run. So what I may do... Ooh, actually, I just looked at the time. I know that I started late this evening, so we didn't get quite as much time. But I do want to wind things down. So before we jump into any more missions, I'm going to kind of just recap what we discovered tonight. So first and foremost, instituted a new travel mod. So this looks like it's working properly because when we go into our star map, we can see the travel cost is not 50,000. It's reflective of more accurate cost of what we're looking at. Although some of these jumps are ridiculous. Why does it jump up 200,000 and that's 20? Why is that 20,000 but that's... Oh, is that just a graphical issue? That's 200? No, that can't be right. Why is that suddenly... Okay, so clearly there's some issues with this mod and the way that it's handling travel. Because here it's 10,000, here it's 10,000. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Why did that go to... Yeah, so something's going on with the travel. Travel mods, I think, are a little wonky right now. So that's the first thing I did, was I found a travel mod. I think it's going to be working. Clearly there's some issues with it here and there, and I think it's ultimately it's a better system than it was before. Rather than a flat 50,000, it looks like there's at least some calculation to what's going on. It is what it is. The next thing that we did was that we talked about how I made a big boo-boo in the way that we run our battle mechs, in that there is a um, upgrades that we can apply and get better stats, as it were, and they're not necessarily big increases, 5%, 7%, 25% lock time. So these are not like huge game changers, but they're definitely improvements over a base. Yeah, it's something's way off with the way this is working. And I think, real quick, just to kind of go back to that, Rect, is that I think with the latest DLC and the way that they've changed some of the underlying mechanics, I think the system, or the stats that were tied to travel time, have now been modified, and the system, essentially the back end system that used to be easily modded, is no longer available. And torso twist is definitely something nice, especially for some of the slower mechs when it comes to the torso twist, where they're just really noticeably slow. Whew. Even at a 7.5% increase, it's still a nice little bump up. Now, one of the things that comes up with the travel mod is, as you see, it's not operating 100%, and that's understandable. They've changed the underlying system, and this is not really a mod that a lot of people have essentially kept up. The previous mod that I had, it turns out, hasn't been updated since 2021, so it's over 2 years old, and that really showed how long in the tooth it was. It doesn't look like the original creator has even touched it in several years, which means that it has essentially just languished. You know, they put it out, it worked with the original DLC 1, and then it was just a prayer and a hope and a dream that it would continue to work through DLC 5 that we're at now. And it looks like with DLC 5 they've changed enough of the underlying mechanics that those travel mods no longer work. And hey, again, understandable, it's not something that's hugely desired, and I think primarily the reason for that is most people will end up moving over to YAML, and I think YAML does a complete overhaul of the travel time. Yeah, so one of the things that we'll work on is getting a better selection of our mods, and we may eventually do a campaign in YAML, but right now we're just sticking to more of a vanilla light mods. We're not doing full overhaul of our systems, and primarily it's because, as you see, what I'm about to talk about and what we just talked about, we clearly missed out. We've been missing out on taking advantage of our Cantina upgrades for a long time, and so these are things that, you know, these systems that we are aware of, but we don't fully understand, and mostly just because it's my ignorance. These are things that we're going to end up discovering over time, how they work and kind of what's going on with them. So with that, the last item I'll cover sort of as our wrap up from today is, as you can see, we're really pushing forward into that 200-ton mech space. And the goal here, and what I found was a struggle in getting the transition, is being able to field a proper squad that's going to be able to manage a 200-ton mission. And then if we look over here, you know, doing some of these over here that were like 230, I think it was 230, 225, 230, and not having the mechs to be able to push that tonnage. And yeah, the Hunchback might be able to manage, but if I get really heavily damaged there, I put myself at that risk that I don't have the extra tonnage available from slightly larger mechs. So I would definitely like to try and find some bigger mechs and get into that action to drop with bigger, I guess it would be fully transitioned medium and then maybe one heavy mech to start getting above that 200-ton mark. And then once we're in the heavy mech range, that's when the real fun starts. And I feel like when we start getting some battle masters and we start getting some better mechs, that's when things really start to kind of pick up. Now, I will try to get just a little bit further progress here. I would like to try and get a, another 50+ ton mech, maybe another Griffin, maybe something along those lines, so I have something a little bit bigger. And I'll be focused on getting better drops, doing a lot of upgrades to my weapons, trying to get to tier 2 across the board, a backup surplus of tier 2 weapons, so that way we can really move into that next class of operations. And one of the things that I would like to try and do, although this month is going to be a little bit spotty, is maybe see about opening it up to a community day where we invite folks like yourselves into the missions, so we can do a multiplayer couple of drops, where you'll just need to, match my mod list, make sure that you're all set to go on your end, and then we can do some drops where I have y'all join me and take the role of one of my lance mates and see how we can run through things. I'd like to try and get that done. The heavies are really where I think the fun's going to start. Mediums are okay, especially when you've got, like, as I've got here, I've got the Centurion, the uh, the 9 model. I don't necessarily like some of the others. Definitely not the 9L. The 9A is kind of the bread and butter for me with the ballistic and then the backup of long-range missiles. That's kind of where I find myself. But once we move into the heavies and they start building up essentially being able to take more of a hit and also being able to do a lot more damage. So you have a more robust set of systems available to you to get weapon output. So you're going to have better rotations of weapons. That's when I think it's going to be really kind of a fun time to get some folks in and start dropping some of those heavier mechs and just have a blast doing the multiplayer aspect of the game. Last thing as part of a closing, and since we're kind of wrapping things up, this is more of our transition into our ending stream. And I'll go ahead and move us over to stream ending. The last thing I'll kind of mention is that, I'm not necessarily stuck on MechWarrior 5, and I did mention this at the start of stream today, so if you're watching this on the VOD, I did reference this if you happen to fast forward through it, which is, I've been feeling the call to the ocean. I want to start looking at maybe playing some Sea of Thieves. I've got some friends of mine that have been playing, and they've been kind of asking me and enticing me to play Angel of Iron. I got eyes on you. And one of the things that just kind of comes up is that I would like to try playing a game that is more multiplayer centric and really just forces me to be into that co-op space, so that way we can do some streams together and it's sort of inherently as part of the design as opposed to what feels like shoehorned in with the way MechWarrior 5 handles it. So I've seen some essentially performance issues. I've seen lots of crashes with the way that MechWarrior 5 handles multiplayer, where we can do a private lobby in Sea of Thieves, we can get started, we can do some missions, and have a grand old time. And I think that's going to be something that I want to try and pick up and start getting kind of my toes dabbled into the water of Sea of Thieves, if you will. Pardon the water pun for a pirate game. So with that, folks, I think we're going to go ahead and close things out today. Wrecked, I 100% agree. Heavies are my favorite in terms of the weight class. Light are okay. I just feel like they go down too fast. They don't have quite the punch. When you get into the mediums, you're kind of okay. You're able to take a couple of hits. You can dish out, especially with things like Hunchbacks, with how much damage output they have. But it's really when you get into the heavies that to me, the action really starts to ramp up. And I love that time frame of the game when you're in heavies. I wasn't able to play through very much in the assault range, where you started pulling the like 350 plus range of mech tons. I had started on that, but I didn't consistently play through, and I definitely didn't get to outfit a full 400 ton lance. But I had a blast under heavies, so I can't wait till we get to that part. Now, one of the other things that comes up as far as kind of the future of the channel, starting with next year, we'll eventually get more news on the release date for MechWarrior 5 Clans, and you better believe I'll be doing some playthroughs of that, especially, as we get more and more information. The hype is just going to be too real to pass up. Yeah, like you like it more than the assaults, Wrecked? I'm with you. I'm with you. Again, I didn't play a whole lot in the assaults, but what I played was okay. I just felt like I was bigger, slower heavies, and I didn't feel like there was that much more punchiness to the damage output or how much more I could take. Felt like heavy was a good medium. So, one of the things that I'll mention as well is that I have a goal for the end of this year. I'm going to try and get as many streams as I can in to make sure that you're as entertained as possible. And one of the things as a byproduct of that is going to be that when we get to the end of the year, I'm going to be taking a week off for the holidays, and my goal is that we can try and hit a certain number of subscriptions before the end of the month. So I just need to get, I believe it's 4 subscriptions before the end of the month to hit my goal for this month. And so that's going to be a real big goal for me and a big push. Angel, brother, thank you so much. Appreciate you. I really appreciate all of your love that you support. And look for me in Sea of Thieves. We're gonna coordinate on this. I have a feeling it's gonna be this week or this weekend. So, with that, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of finish things up. I know I've been rambling a little bit, so I'm just gonna close out as I always do. Time is the most valuable currency in the world, and the fact that you spend any time at all with me means the world to me. So I appreciate everything that you guys bring to the table, all the engagement wrecked. Big love to you. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate the engagement tonight. It's been awesome chatting with you and being able to engage with you on talking about the game and what's going on and the mods and the weapons and getting salvage. All that really does mean a lot to me, because otherwise I'm just sitting here talking to myself. So I do appreciate it, and I really do. So thank you so much. The posture checks, the follows, everything, folks. It really does mean a lot to me to see the engagement there. It pushes and encourages me to continue this streaming endeavor. So I look forward to this month, holiday season. Hopefully everyone is having a great month. Everyone has plans to spend time with friends and family. That is going to be the big thing. We'll be back at it again in 2 evenings. We're going to be right back into MechWarrior. We're going to be taking a look at, and who knows, maybe I'll find a new travel mod. Maybe we'll look at some other things. But we're going to get right back into the action. We're going to be pushing towards that 200-ton plus mech mark. I really want to get into the point where we get some good mechs to run into with maybe some co-op nights, and then we'll drop, smash some mech faces. With that, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take my leave. Thank you so much. I will chat with you all later. Peace!